Planet Blago is spinning on its axis once again, and there's breaking news now. I've just gotten this. Blago's 14-year sentence has been vacated, but he is not getting out of prison. Mike Tobin in our Midwest News Hub. Mike?
Well, you're talking about the vacating of 5 different counts, and we're getting the details on those counts. 2 of them, 5 and 6, are wire fraud counts, and that has to do with trying to move the money around. You've got two counts of extortion that were vacated, and then 1 is conspiracy. And it looks like, looking at the language in the indictment itself, the original indictment, that was a conspiracy to sell the seat that was vacated by then Senator Barack Obama when he went on to become president. And you saw some of the language. It does not necessarily mean that he's going to be out of prison, but those particular charges are vacated and set over for a new trial. Doesn't necessarily mean a new trial is going to take place. Patrick Fitzgerald was U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois at the time. Now there's a gentleman named Zach Farden, who is the prosecutor for the Northern District of Illinois, for the government prosecutor for the Northern District of Illinois, which encompasses Chicago. It ultimately will be his call if he wants to proceed with a 3rd trial against Blagojevich for the charges that have been vacated, according to some of the language that we have seen thus far. There have been some experts who have weighed in indicating that they don't think that Farden will be interested in doing that, particularly as you see that Blagojevich is now 2 years into what was a 14-year sentence. Shep?
Mike, thanks. According to the reporting of the Chicago Tribune, if the prosecutors elect to drop the counts that were thrown out on appeal, then the U.S. District Judge should, quote, proceed directly to resentencing, the opinion stated. What's Mercedes Colwin, Fox News legal analyst, with us?
So far we look at the counts that have been eliminated. You still have count 24, which are the false statements that we talked about before the break. So that carries a 5-year sentence. So that'll stay in place. And there are also other counts. So what will happen is there'll be a recalibration of the sentencing. The judge is going to look and say, you were sentenced to 14 years. Here are the counts that were eliminated. And there's a sentencing guideline. And you look down on the bottom, you can see what some of those sentencing guidelines are. Where you've got the racketeering and conspiracy for 20 years. Most of those, that's been gutted. The bribery charges have been gutted. Bribery conspiracy has been gutted. So you're looking at false statements for 5 years, and you're looking at some of the counts within the racketeering and the wire fraud. So some of it sticks. It's a mixed bag.
But for Blagojevich, is it bleeping golden, or it's something less than that?
It's bleeping golden for him. I mean, this man has how many lives now? This is he had 2 trials, and then he's got the 7th Circuit that's generally conservative, doesn't overturn convictions. That's overturned. Most of his convictions overturned. He may actually have time served, which was extraordinary.
You think?
Could be. Because depending on what the judge rules on, if you've only got one charge thus far that is untested.
Mike Tobin, do we know when the judge is going to make that decision quickly?
No, I don't have it right. I don't have it just yet, Shep.
Well, we don't have that either. That's something we're waiting for. That's the nature of breaking news. It is sunny on Planet Blago today, and he said, I will fight, and I will fight, and I will fight, and he has fought, and he has won. Our Blago is flying high today.